Hello drummers, musicians, music aficionados, and anyone that just loves a good drum reaction video. Tim Connolly, drummer and drum teacher, coming at you with a very special episode today of Drum Teacher Reacts. And the reason it's special is because this particular drummer that I've chosen today to react to is someone who's actually very close to me. This is my drum teacher that I've studied with for many, many years. His name is Dom Famularo. He's known as the world's global drumming ambassador, and he is probably one of the busiest people that I've ever met. Dom is to drumming what Wayne Gretzky is to hockey, in my opinion. The man travels the world non-stop. Right now, he's shut down, unfortunately, because of COVID-19. But previous to COVID-19, and probably moving to the future as well, when things start rolling again, this guy travels the earth more than anybody. I remember him telling me in 2018, I believe, he had traveled the entire earth 6 times doing drum clinics, talks about drumming, drum lessons, master classes, etc., etc. I have a lot to say about Dom Famularo, and let's get to Dom drumming. And this is at a Canadian clinic tour, and I happen to be a Canadian. And then I'm going to tell you the history of how I met Dom, how I started studying with him, you know, the type of lessons that I've taken with him over the years, and a little bit about Dom. A lot of you drummers out there probably don't know Dom because he doesn't actually play in a band per se. He's probably the top drum teacher in the world. He's the modern day Freddie Gruber or the modern day Joe Morello. Anyways, we'll talk. I'll tell you more about Dom, who he studied with, and we'll get into the video here, and then I'll talk about Dom as we go. Now, one thing about Dom, he's a great player, he's a great drummer, very, very entertaining soloist. And there's a reason why he's called the world's happiest drummer. And you can see it here. He's having so much fun. Entertaining people. The guy is unbelievable. Off his glasses. That's awesome. Using his glasses as part of the rhythm. Fantastic. Yeah. So awesome. He plays Mayfax drums, Sabian cymbals. He's got an interesting drum setup. He likes to have a large drum and a small drum. And of course his signature is open-handed playing. And that big Chinese that he always has off to the right. That's his other signature thing. Now Dom didn't always play open-handed. He started off like most of us, playing cross-handed. And it was Billy Cobham that sort of lured him to the open-handed style, because Billy plays open-handed. But of course, he's ambidextrous. He can play either side. I am as well, actually, partially because of Dom, partially because I'm left-handed. Just going to stop here for 1 second. Now I know that some people don't like the stops, they don't like the talking over top of it, whatever. It's my video, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Plus this is my teacher, so if I got a lot to say about him. So, this guy has influenced me heavily heavily. So I want to talk a lot about Dom in this particular video because Dom is near and dear to my heart. He's one of the nicest, most loving, generous, kindest people that I've ever met. He's an absolute inspiration to anyone that comes in contact with him, drummer, non-drummer, whatever. So anyways, but I want to talk about specifically what he's doing, okay? Now, he's doing something that he teaches. It's the power stroke that he learned from Joe Morello, because he adamantly studied with Joe Morello for many, many years, over 10 years. And this stroke that he does where he hits the top and bottom of the cymbal is awesome. And he taught me how to do that, and it's phenomenal part of when I'm playing my solos. I do the exact same thing as well, and it's a lot of fun. So that's what he's doing there. It's the power. You love that Chinese, man. They're loud. Waiting for it to come down. Incredible dynamic. Love that Chinese cymbal. Such a dynamic solo. Yeah, I love it. Stop it in 1 second. One thing that Dom is known for is incredible, not only incredible drum technique in his hands, but incredible technique in his feet. And what he tells all his students that I also worked on is take stick control, play through it with your hands, the whole book, do the exact same thing with your feet. That's how you develop double pedal. Every time I've ever seen him in a clinic, and I've seen him play many, many times, I've been to his clinics many, many times, Dom, everybody always asks him, how do you get your feet so fast? How can you do what you do with your feet? He says, take stick control and run it through with your feet, hands and feet. And he has if you go on his YouTube channel, he has a full description of how he developed his double. Now I love this. The left foot is copying what his hands do. Now this was a really cool thing I learned from him. So, some tight, some slashing. Very musical phrasing too. Very dynamic. Oh yeah. Double kick in there. Awesome. A little Steve Gadd there with two sticks in one hand. And with one hand out, he's like a magician. And here comes the man. This guy is an entertainer. He's not just a drummer and a soloist. He's an entertainer. Look at this. He's just awesome. Oh, fantastic. You'll never get bored watching the Dom Famularo drum solo. Never. This is the signature Dom Famularo move. The one-handed cymbal technique. Awesome. so much passion. You'll never find a more passionate drummer than Dom. I'm not sure exactly where this clinic is in Canada. I'm guessing Montreal. He hasn't been to Toronto for a little while. Plus, I know for sure that if he did come back to Toronto, which I'm assuming he will, we would hook up for a lesson. Plus, stop here for 1 second. Plus, Dom does a lot of master classes with me where I'm his assistant teacher, and Dom teaches my students, and I do the backup teaching with Dom, because I've nailed down all the techniques. I learned so much from Dom, it's just unbelievable. But the main things I learned from him was the molar technique, the free stroke, the exercise for the free stroke, the Billy Gladstone technique, how to combine all those techniques, grooves, reading. I mean, it's just endless what I've learned with Dom. Oh, the double bass kicking in with those cymbals. Sounds like a thunderstorm underneath. Notice how loose he is, how relaxed he is, how much fun he's having. That's the key. In the end, drumming is all about fun. Oh yeah. The hand on the cymbal. To get that wah 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 happening, that's a lot of fun too. This thing creating new sounds in a solo. Okay. So that is Dom Famularo at a Canadian clinic. Dom studied with Buddy. That is his #1 claim to fame. He is one of the I think he's the only living student of Buddy Rich. Buddy didn't really teach much. He wasn't much of a teacher. He was a performer and a player. But he became very close to Dom, and Dom took many lessons with him. So excited when he tells me about when he tells me about Buddy. He also studied with Joe Morello, Shelly Mann. He knows everybody in the business. There isn't a drummer that's fairly famous that he doesn't know. But even the guys that aren't particularly famous, such as myself, I'm not a particularly famous drummer. I am one of Dom's top students. I have to admit that, and I'm not tooting my own horn. It is a fact. Dom has told me many times that myself and a few other guys around the world are some of his top students, and I'm very proud to say that I am Dom's student, continuing to be Dom's student. And if you want to check out a fantastic drummer and person, check out Dom Famularo. So comment, subscribe, and thank you very much. This is episode 15 under the belt. See ya.